Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 and our Newcastle United series as we nearly are into the year 2018. It's the 27th of December, Christmas Day has come and gone and we are playing Stoke at home. If we just have a quick look at the schedule, you can see we did win our last two games. The Brighton game especially, just a really good finish. A 94th minute penalty winning the game for us thanks to John Joe Shelvey. And with 2 wins on the bounce and 4 games unbeaten, I'd say we are recovering our form a little bit from where it was before. And with games against Stoke and then Crystal Palace, I think we can have a pretty good time today. We do also need to play Liverpool, and I'm going to live com that game. And that will be a really tough one. And then we've got a very intense run of games. We've got Portsmouth in the FA Cup third round, Stoke in the first leg of the semi-final of the Carabao Cup, then Chelsea and United away. And then the second leg against Stoke at home. That is going to be a really tough run of games. But hopefully we'll be able to put in some good performances and get some good results. But for this match against Stoke, I do want to try and get the win. We're putting out a pretty strong team as always with Diame, Perez and Williams, the front three. We've got Colback and Shelvey in midfield with Dummett, Clark, Mbemba, Lascelles and Manquillo in defence and Carl Darlow in goal. Shaqiri with a free kick. 6 minutes in, it's just over the bar. I thought from that angle it was going straight into the top corner. That came out of absolutely nowhere, the first highlight of the game, and Stoke very close to stealing the lead. Well, Jack Colback has picked up an injury. We still haven't created any chances in this game, but it does allow Marino to get on the pitch. And I think he's a better player than Colback. But Colback has been doing really well the last few games, which is why I've kept him in the side. So hopefully he won't be out for too long with this injury. But heading into half-time, it is still 0-0, and it doesn't look like there's going to be a breakthrough. It's been quite a dull game. 80 minutes gone in this game, we finally have the first extensive highlight coming up. Perez has the ball, he tries to put it through but Shawcross cuts it out and Mbemba with an important interception. Then Williams puts it in behind and Perez in again. Can we score another late one? It's denied by Butland. We don't even get the corner out of it. It's not really been our day at the moment. We're not creating anywhere near enough chances out here. I'm going to give Dwight Gale a run out. I keep giving him a chance from the bench, but he's yet to really do anything. And now they've got a corner, Stoke, and Mbemba tries to get it away. He doesn't get it very far. Fletcher picking up the loose ball. He sends it all the way back to Allen. Now it's Zuma. Clark wins the ball. Gale switches flank to Manquillo. That's a good angled cross, and Diame's got there. He's also had a good first touch. He's in behind the defence, Diame. He's gone for goal, and that was a really tame and poorly placed effort from Diame. Well, it looks like our unbeaten run is going to continue. It's another 0-0 draw, taking us to 5 games unbeaten. Not an encouraging sign that we failed to beat Stoke, given we're going to be playing them in the Carabao Cup semi-final. But on the other side of the coin, we didn't lose the game, and I think that's quite important. I'm going to tell the team I am not happy with their performance, and they've reacted reasonably well to that. We've got to pick it up against Crystal Palace, who are sitting down in 19th. We've got an achievement unlocked of Park the Bus. If we have a look at the schedule, we might be able to figure out why that is, and it's because we've not conceded a goal in 5 games, and that is very impressive. But we've also only scored 2 goals across those 5 games. It has not been entertaining football. I've got to say, this tactic usually is very entertaining for goals, and that's not been the case so far in this game. But we're sitting 9th place in the league, and I can't complain about that. We're only 4 points off the top 4, 20 games into the season, and I just snapped your arm off if you'd offered me that at the start. So hopefully against Crystal Palace we will get the win, and that will enable us to kick on and close the gap on the teams at the top, but it isn't going to be easy. Well, for the game against Crystal Palace, we are, unsurprisingly, the favourites to win the match, 4-7 on. 9th place in the league, they are 19th, and we have decent form while they have poor form. We are unbeaten, and with 5 clean sheets, we will be difficult to break down. But it still means we need to try and get goals, which is where we have been struggling up to now. Our goal difference only 5 at the moment. Given we're in 9th place, that maybe should be a bit better. The team that I'm going to use today still has Diame, Perez and Williams all up front. We then have Marino and Shelvey in midfield. And then we've got Dummett, Manquillo in the wing-back positions with Clark, Mbemba and Lascelles all in defence. And Carl Darlow in goal. Well, 20 minutes in, it's Van Aanholt who gives the ball away. Manquillo picking it up in a bit of space. Now Marino, back to Shelvey. Manquillo again into George Williams, who's been quiet the last few games. We are missing his goals at the moment. Shelvey again. Goes inside to Merino. Perez lays off Diarme. He goes for goal and he's put it over the bar. Diarme has scored very few goals. And I think if we're going to sign a new player in the January transfer window, it's probably going to be another attacking midfielder who can play as a shadow striker, because I've not been massively impressed with Diarme up to now. Van Aanholt with a free kick, and it's hit the crossbar. Very, very close there to making a goal for his team, but we just about managed to keep it out. Merino, 20 minutes left on the clock, switches the ball out wide to Manquillo. We're still trying to find a way through this Crystal Palace team. Merino forward to Perez again. He dinks it out wide. Manquillo in a good spot. 4 players trying to get into the box, but Sacco with a good tackle there. He then sends the ball forward to Joral. He's cutting inside. Sends it back to Mihailovic. Now Fosu Mensah's stolen there by Perez, who's in behind, but he's really wasted the chance there. A poor, poor effort on goal. Riedervold with the throw-in. Finds Johan Cabaye. Now Joral. Well tackled by John Joe Shelvey. Can we get the ball forward? We need another late goal here. Merino forward to Saive. Now Manquillo finds George Williams. He picks out Dwight Gale, who's on off the bench. Williams once more. He's got Saive running ahead of him, but it's Manquillo on the right flank. He needs to put the ball in, and he's lost it to Fosu Mensah. Gets it back, and Saive with the effort does get the goal. The substitute has come onto the pitch and scored another late goal for us that could give us all 3 points if we can keep another clean sheet. Manquillo with the throw, about 5 minutes or so left to go of normal time. He finds John Joe Shelvey. Now Saive puts the ball across, and it's saved by Hennessy. Merino sends the ball back to the wing. Now Gale into Shelvey. Picked up here, and Merino on the left flank. Keeps the ball in just about. Well tackled by Mihailovic. He's trying to get down the other end if he can. He sends the ball long forward. Benteke down. It's gone forward to Jeffrey Schlupp. He finds Joral. Back into Schlupp again, and it's just wide of the post, but very close to an equaliser there, Palace. Darlow sending the ball long and forward towards George Williams. Highlight after highlight at the minute. Now Manquillo into Williams. Merino onto Saive. Plenty of runners, and he's picked out Dwight Gale, who rounds the keeper and gets his first goal of the season. That is the benefit of being able to play a striker in that attacking midfield role. And I think I might actually start playing Gale ahead of Diarme for the next few games, just so that we have got someone who has that clinical finishing ability. But here come Palace again. We need to try and keep the clean sheet now, because that will take us 6 straight games. Puts the cross in. Clark deals with it well. All of the action in this game coming in the last 10-15 minutes. And here's Cabaye, well cut out by Mbemba. Darlow puts it forward. Sacco on to Jeffrey Schlupp. Cabaye again, trying to create something. Fosu Mensah out to Schlupp. Puts the cross in. Benteke's header. And we have lost the clean sheet. And how important is that second goal right now? Because we need to see out the last few minutes. It is 100 miles an hour finish here. And with 4 minutes to go, you have no idea how it's going to go. We've got Shelvey taking a corner. He's got plenty of players in the box. He's wasting time with the corner. He then puts it in, and it's down and away by Scott Dan. He's just trying to get the ball out of the box. Shelvey with another corner. Puts it in towards Gale, who heads it down but can't keep the ball. Joral can counter-attack, launches it forward down to Cabaye, and we're completely outnumbered at the back. I don't know what's happened here. It's Rukavina, puts the cross in, and Schlupp has made it 2-2, and we've completely capitulated right at the end after taking a late 2-0 lead. The 19th club in the league has just scored twice. We were completely undone at the corner. It could get worse here. Lascelles gets it away. Rukavina skips the tackle, but Williams ends up with the ball. Surely not enough time for us to go down the other end. It's Dwight Gale trying to do that. He then picks out Dummett, switches flank. Manquillo's in a good place. Maybe there is one chance, but Sacco with an amazing tackle there right at the end. And that will surely be the full-time whistle. I don't think there's any time left for anything else. Scott Dan on the ball. Tries to send it forward. Headers won. George Williams with it though. And Cabaye gets across. Williams with a big tackle, but Schlupp able to pick it up. I think I quite like the whistle just to go at this point, because I really don't think we will keep another goal out if this game carries on. Merino through to Gale though. Tries to put it over the top, but that is the full-time whistle, and that is really, really poor. I mean, we went 2-0 up in the 87th minute and still didn't win the game. That's outrageous. 88 and 91st minute goals. I mean, what a finish. to a match for a neutral, but that was just not good enough. I'm going to have a go at the team, and they have reacted well to it. It keeps the unbeaten run going, but we just aren't winning matches when we really, really should have there. I know there is just no excuse for not beating Crystal Palace in that situation, and had we won, we would have gone above Stoke into 8th place. So the top 4 getting further and further away the more we fail to win these kinds of matches. Well, we're now into 2018, it's the 1st of January, a bunch of players have left the club, which I suppose I should show you guys before we go any further. If we look at the transfer history, you can see the only player we signed was George Million for £10 million, but we've let Hosselu go for 4.9 million, Mitrovic go for 4.4, Atsu go for 6 million, and Matt Ritchie go for 12, bringing in a total of 27.5 million pounds, which means we've got 25 million and 200 grand a week in the budget, which is particularly helpful. We're going to take on Liverpool first before we do any of those sort of transfers. At the moment we are not the favourites, Liverpool the favourites, but we are evens to get a result, which is pretty encouraging. I'm also going to start Dwight Gale down the central area of the front 3 with Williams and Perez on the flanks for him. Marino and Saive are the 2 in central midfield, with Dummett, Clark and Mbemba, Lascelles and Yedlin in defence, with Carl Darlow in goal. Liverpool kick the game off with Firmino. He sends it out to Coutinho. Ball sent all the way back to Coates. Now Henderson. Milner bringing the ball forward from right back, but the highlight comes to an end. At the moment, things pretty even. No shots, no fouls, no yellow cards. We get the first shot of the game there 8 minutes in. Hopefully we'll be able to do reasonably well at home. Chelsea already a goal down to Swansea, which is an interesting result. Chelsea, one of the teams in the top 4 that we are hoping we might eventually be able to close down. Coutinho gets his first yellow card of the season. Not really sure what that was for. But Marino is struggling with a knock, so maybe it was a tackle related to that. United now beating Arsenal 1-0 at the Emirates. But we are still quite even, and at the moment Liverpool have got the possession rather than us, which is a little bit unfamiliar. But once again, no highlights in the first half of the match from the looks of it. Arsenal getting a late equaliser against United. But half time and it's 0-0, and I mean, I really don't know what's going on with the team at the moment. Since the full game was released, I have to say, it's had a massive effect on this strikerless tactic. I don't know if you guys can let me know in the comments if you also use a strikerless tactic, whether you've seen a change in your game style or not, but we might have to consider changing the tactic up. I'm a little bit reluctant to do it at the moment, just because we're not losing games, and given we've got 2 semi-finals and the 3rd round to come, that's a pretty good position to be in. Not sure what that highlight was for, but they didn't show it anyway. Nearly an hour gone, we're going to have to take Marino off. He's dropped down to 55% fitness, which isn't great. I'm going to let Diame play from midfield in this one. That's where he's going to play a little bit more often, now that we're going to probably use Gale up front. But still an hour gone and no real highlights in the entire match. There's been a couple of weird ones just flashing on the screen, but nothing substantial as of yet. We might need to take Paul Dummett off as well if we have got a good left back on the pitch. And we do have Haidara there able to come on at left back, which will be quite helpful. I think that might even have been a highlight there that we were covering over, but still nothing really happening in this game. 50-50 on possession, and the chances are quite even as well. It's a pretty good sign if we're joint or able to hold our own against Liverpool like this. They have had Jurgen Klopp get sacked though. They've got a new manager in at the moment. It's George Jesus, who's in charge, and with 2 minutes to go it looks like we are going to eke out another draw. Williams to Perez with a few seconds left on the clock. Gale trying to run forward, loses the ball. Yedlin out right back, but there's the full-time whistle. It's another 0-0. We're certainly doing well at shutting teams out, but we are just not getting goals, and that is all we need to change in the January transfer window. But I'll take a 0-0 against Liverpool. That's absolutely fine by me. We might get some money from Wijnaldum sometime soon, but if we have a look at the competition screen, you can see that we are in 9th place. We're still 5 points off the top 4, which isn't too bad. It's a point closer than we were last time. But West Brom and Watford closing the gap on us down the back end of the table. If we look at the schedule, you can see this unbeaten run stretching even further. Just those 2 annoying goals against Crystal Palace, really, that we conceded. Otherwise, we have shut out team after team. and going into a couple of cup fixtures that will hopefully pay us massive dividends. I'm going to spend a bit of time now between episodes looking at potential shadow strikers that we can bring in, or just generally attacking players that could add to the team. But if you know of any good wonder kids, because that's what I would like to sign, do let me know in the comments. Make sure to drop a like on the video as well if you enjoyed this episode, despite there not being a single win or loss in it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. But until next time, see ya.